Truman recognized Israel as an independent country. Today, the United States officially opened our embassy in the capital of Jerusalem. Today is a great day for Israel and the United States, and a reminder to everyone that when President Trump makes a promise, he keeps it. Where he will discuss the many actions he has taken to protect the lives of the unborn. Well, we're aware of the reports of continued violence in Gaza today. The responsibility for these tragic deaths rests squarely with Hamas. Hamas is intentionally and cynically provoking this response, and as the Secretary of State said, Israel has the right to defend itself. And the like, it's an issue of high concern for China that's been raised with the U.S. government and with our... Well, as I said earlier, we believe Hamas bears the responsibility. Look, this is a propaganda attempt. I mean, this is a gruesome and unfortunate propaganda attempt. I think the Israeli government has spent weeks trying to handle this without violence. And we find it very unfortunate. All sorts of matters, but this is an internal matter. It's being addressed internally. This president has taken China to task for its unfair trade practices. Through the Section 301 investigation, he's introduced and proposed up to $150 billion of tariffs on China for intellectual property theft, dumping, and a range of inimical Chinese economic actions. So he's been tough, and he's confronted them, but on this issue specifically, he's asked the Secretary of Commerce to take a look at it. Raj Shah halt ICBM tests and now has released these 3 prisoners, and those are... China has engaged in decades of unfair trade practices, forced technology transfers, and the like. That was part of the discussion that went on when the U.S. delegation or U.S. Group of administration officials went to China, and that's going to be continued later this week. If you aren't able in internal meetings to speak your mind or convey thoughts or say anything, I don't think it hurts the peace plan. The peace plan will be introduced at the appropriate time, but what today is about is following through on what the president promised and believes, and it's also a recognition of reality. I think we've, for decades, walked on eggshells pretending that Jerusalem isn't the capital of Israel when it obviously is, and this is just a recognition of reality. Illegal immigration in the United States, it's actually on the rise. I know that I think it's Pastor Jeffries, has had a strong relationship with many people in the faith community, as well as folks in the administration and Republicans on the Hill and others. I believe Democrats as well. So I think that he has a long-standing involvement with public officials. Beyond that, I don't really have a whole lot to add.
Do you know before you come to the podium whether or not that guy is worthy of talking to people at our embassy?